There's always three sides to the story. One person's side, the other person's side, and then what really happened. And this is usually the case not only in business, but in cannabis, and really just in most life experiences, whether this be with a brother and sister, a friend, coworker, husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. Doesn't matter the situation. There's always three sides to the story. Now, when I say this, it's not that someone's lying or someone's being deceptive. It's literally a human instinct, and I'm not going to get into the inner workings of it. You can do plenty of research on it, but we are biased towards ourselves, and it's like a survival instinct. And anytime, even if you're going to be as honest as possible and someone asks you what happened, you're going to tell it from your perspective. And that same person that was involved in the other side of the incident is going to tell it from their perspective. And there's nothing wrong with that, but their perspective is going to color what comes out. So you have one side of the story here, one side of the story here, and they kind of meet in the middle at what really happened. If there was a video camera there recording it neutrally with no bias, what really happened. And that's ultimately what you have to keep in mind, especially in the cannabis business, because people are going to tell you sob stories. They're going to have reasons. They're going to have explanations. They're going to have all these different things. And you really going to have to take it on a case-by-case basis, figure out what is that third side of the story, what really happened here. And just having that in the back of your mind and not taking face value people's stories or explanations about what happened. Really dig deep. And it's unfortunate sometimes because you tend to feel like you're trying to trick people or something, or you have to ask them questions without revealing your motives and things like that. Because sometimes if you ask questions the wrong way, people will understand your motive, and then you kind of ruin your reasoning for asking the question. So my point is, if you're in a manager position, an ownership position, you have to understand how to decipher these three sides to the story. And even if it's in a sales position where you're the salesperson and there's a buyer and you're dealing with the producer or the seller, and you're, say, a broker or a salesperson, you're having to deal with, explaining why the price from the buyer, and then you're having to take the seller's perspective and explain that to the seller. And it's like you're working for the buyer to get the best price, but at the same time you have to be respectful of the grower or the producer and what the price they're looking to get. So it's a double-edged sword. There's never a clear binary answer where it's just on or off, night or day. It's not like that. So there's always three sides to the story. That's the point of this video. Keep that in your mind. Always try to figure out what that third side was. And it starts by getting both sides of the story first, and then understanding who those coming through, those types of people. Are they known to embellish? Are they known to be truthful? Are they known to be reserved? Because there's definitely people that won't even speak up about things. I know it's happened to me before where I'm just like, not even going to bring it to light. But over time, it shows that I should have, because then it would have established an ongoing thing or whatever, But instead, I'm just like, oh, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to leave it alone. And I've learned that doing that, even if it seems minute, sometimes isn't the best decision. So that wraps it up for the video. Check out the other videos on my channel. It's all about being in the licensed cannabis business here in California. And if you're thinking about getting into it, either here in California or in another state, you'll be able to get a lot of inside knowledge. Be sure to check out the website, highchris.com, and there you'll be able to find resources and information about building, launching, and growing your licensed cannabis brand without even having to own a license. So check that out. We're here for questions and comments, and thanks for watching.